Yeah, I always step back to some fundamental truths about software in general, and applies to AI. On the one hand, it's a function of call it the who has the superior product ultimately, and then who has the ability to manage the execution of that product in the markets that they serve. This whole introduction of Gen AI in the marketplace, and look, there's consumer introduction where you're using public available domain information, and there's information that sits within companies that isn't publicly available, and so there's going to be two different constructs around how value is going to be captured at its highest level. The first wave, of course, like all, well, not all, but most technological innovations, that value will be captured by the hardware vendors, and you're seeing that expressed in the marketplace today. They'll capture, a fair amount of the economic rent in the near term. Some measure that in, a couple of $1 trillion of value increase. The next generation is going to be probably the superscalers. That is the Microsofts, AWSs, the Googles, the Oracles, the Geos, the Alibaba's, Tencents, anybody who has superscaler capacity and being able to offer connectivity to compute. And then, they'll attach, of course, kind of GPU, TPU capacity to that compute, and, enable customers to access it. Now, of course, the first wave of that's going to be the largest customers in the world will gain access to that compute, and then ultimately kind of smaller customers will gain access. But the third wave will likely be the enterprise software vendors, because if you are running a property and casualty insurance company, you're likely not going to build your own systems. You're going to likely look to those who are providing systems, who are people who are managing systems of record for you to provide Gen AI solution sets that enable your business to be more efficient, more productive, and in some cases more profitable, depending upon you utilize those tool sets. So there's going to be really three waves of value creation. The first two waves, the different measures out there. Some are saying hardware vendors will capture a couple of trillion. The superscalers might be 10 times that, but the aggregate of what ultimately will be the enterprise vendors is, multiples of that even. Because they serve a bigger, broader market. They have the unique data and insights, have unique capacity to utilize that data to provide, highly productive tools to their customer set that the customers, frankly, aren't going to invest in themselves, but are going to want to gain access to and utilize.